I should probably start talking. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy December 23rd, and welcome to your horror advent calendar. Yesterday, I fully geeked out over Rob Reiner's Misery, but let's see if I'm as enthusiastic about today's pick. Okay, right off the bat, I'm not as enthusiastic about today's pick. Like, we knew it would be hard for me to top Misery in terms of my affection, but name a bigger fall from grace than Misery to the Gingerdead Man. So, this is the Gingerdead Man. It came out in 2005 and was directed by Charles Band. Now, you can probably guess by the title and the cover art what this movie's about, but just in case there's something left to the imagination, let's read that summary on Letterboxd. Evil never tasted so good. An evil yet adorable gingerbread man comes to life with the soul of a convicted killer, and this real-life cookie monster wreaks havoc on the girl who sent the killer to the electric chair. So, real quick, calling bullshit on this. An evil yet adorable gingerbread man? Take another look if you've forgotten. Tell me what's adorable about this. Also, you may be recognizing that that plot summary sounds exactly the same as Jack Frost. You'd be right in noticing that. But you see, where I thought this would be like Jack Frost, where it'd be really raunchy and stupid but make me laugh, it wasn't. I didn't laugh, I don't think once. And it seems like the public agrees with me, as this movie has an average rating of 1.7 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd. I think that's a bit too generous. I gave it 1 star. You can see my few friends on Letterboxd who have seen it seem to agree with me. It's bad. And it's bad in a way that's not fun. It's just bad in a way that's bad. In preparing my list for the horror advent calendar, I did think this movie was just called The Gingerbread Man for a couple weeks, so that's funny. Funnier than anything that happens in the movie. Okay, but we're gonna start positively. We're gonna start with the things that I do like about the Gingerdead Man. I'm looking at my notes, I'm realizing I'm a complete liar when I said I didn't laugh once during this movie, because I did laugh once. It was a scene in which the Gingerdead Man is driving a car, and I thought that was very funny to see a little cookie man driving a car, and I laughed. So, I laughed once. And now I'm realizing the rest of the things on my list of things that I like aren't necessarily positives, they're just kind of observations, but I put them into the positive category to balance things out. So, one thing I guess we could say amused me is that this movie begins so suddenly, I was sure I had turned on the wrong thing. I was like, certainly, this can't be how this movie begins. The movie begins with Gary Busey, because Gary Busey plays the Gingerdead Man, I neglected to mention. But the movie begins with Gary Busey just shooting some people in a bakery. And I said, hold on. But no, that was surely the beginning of the movie. Gary Busey murders a man and his son, leaving the man's daughter and wife alive in the restaurant, bakery. And the other note I have, I'm not necessarily sure where this movie was set. I'm sure it's mentioned. I'm sorry, I don't remember. But everyone in this movie has an absurd southern accent that just sounds so fake. I'm so sorry if that's those people's real accent, but it just sounds like they have a mouthful of marbles when they talk. And you know what? That made me laugh a little bit too, so I laughed twice.
Got milk?
But I have reached an impasse now where I'm left with nothing to talk about other than the things I didn't like about this movie. First of all, it is so ugly. The Gingerdead Man is so ugly to look at. How dare they call him cute in that summary? He's so ugly. I hate looking at him. And not to mention how wildly inconsistent the Gingerdead Man looks from shot to shot. The Gingerdead Man is so ugly, so weird, so bad, and yet there's not nearly enough Gingerdead Man in this movie. I thought this movie was going to be a fun caper of the Gingerdead Man just wreaking havoc. He's hardly in this movie. It is very much about the people who are being terrorized by the Gingerdead Man, and he's hardly ever there. Most of this movie is the same conversation being had by the same characters just over and over again. Like, The Gingerdead Man is just a straight up relationship drama, but about characters that aren't super likable at all, so I don't really care about them. They're all just like unpleasant people talking about their feelings for each other, and I'm left sitting there like, where's the Gingerdead Man? My only explanation is that they really had to pad this runtime of 70 minutes, 70 minutes, with the same conversation over and over again. It's just the main girl being like, I don't like your girlfriend, you should get a sweet girl. And the guy being like, well, you're a sweet girl, but I won't break up with my girlfriend. It's that conversation like 5 times. And sort of along those lines, the editing in this movie is just very odd. Like, every scene just drags on for about a minute too long. Like, they show the entire process of making a cookie. They show the entire shot of someone walking from one side of the room to the other. Everything just takes so long. It's like they're moving through molasses, and I'm just like, just trim it, just cut it down, please. But again, they had to fill that 70 minutes somehow. I don't like it. I don't like The Gingerdead Man. Perhaps the biggest offense with this movie was that I was so sure this would be a Christmas movie. It's called The Gingerdead Man. When else do people eat gingerbread cookies than Christmas time? I was positive this would be a Christmas movie. It's not a Christmas movie at all. I don't even think it's winter. I was so severely disappointed. What other reason would they have for making this giant gingerbread man cookie if it's not Christmas? I felt very deceived. But I would love to know what you think if you watch The Gingerdead Man, if you've already seen The Gingerdead Man. Do your feelings match mine, or do you love this movie? I would love to know. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I will see you tomorrow for our very last Horror Advent installment. Can you believe it? I can't. I gotta go. Bye.